Oh my guys, you're not gonna believe this, man. The meta has completely changed, guys. Tactics have changed, gameplay has changed. You should see the amount of changes, guys. Unbelievable. The patch has changed everything. Why is it really? Now I got my A-star drama skills out of the way. Everyone's now, of course, you come to Candid Neil, guys. I'm gonna tell you this straight. The question I get asked a lot is week in, week out, right? Actually, before I show you the gameplay, let me show you this first. Has the game actually changed? Now, there's some things that I want to mention in regards to this patch, right? This patch has done a lot of things, okay? But you want the honest truth from me? Because you know I'm not going to lie. You know, you come here for the straight facts. The gameplay hasn't changed, okay? There's been some areas that have been indirectly affected. You're going to see a 512 video. Should have come out yesterday, but it will be coming out hopefully tomorrow with some editing. We've got the eye tracker for that video, so you should be able to see that. Now, the delay. The delay is not to do with the patch. The delay is just to do with FC. Think about every FIFA that you played in December. Normally December time, people get the game early when the game comes on discount, come on sale. In fact, I used to always get the game on Christmas time. I wasn't allowed it when I was a kid when it came out. I never used to always get it straight away until when I was a kid anyway. So everyone plays the game in December, around December time, and it's cheaper. Black Friday game was like 30 quid or something. Absolutely ridiculous. So people can play the game. More people play the game. That's what makes a lag. I agree with the lag issue. You guys know my stance on lag. I've been compensation, lag, delay, whatever you want to call it. Any word is correctly. Lag compensation, whatever you want to call it, lag spikes. I agree. It's not just you. It's me. It's every single player. And trust me, I'm sitting here with a 3 gigabit dedicated lease line up and down. You know how much I pay for that? Unbelievable. I pay for that. I go on the best internets. I live in London. Trust me, I'm telling you. You will not get a better internet connection than me. I get legit the lowest MS, and even I get serious delay. So that's what is playing on delay. Now, in terms of champs, okay, tactics. Okay, look, guys, a few things have changed, but it's not like some magical tactic that's come into play now that's become the meta. It's just not like a FIFA 19 phase shift where the game went from finesse outside the box to going down the wing and then crossing the ball. That's when the 5-2-on-2 became the meta then. Well, anyone knew about it. I suppose I didn't make content. Well, I didn't make content back then, but I was very small. What I said, even now what I said, no one really cares too much. But you know what I'm saying. There's not a massive game-changing thing. The placebo effect, that is true. It is the placebo effect. There's no difference in gameplay. Now, with terms of pressure, there is a difference. 71 depth has been nerfed. I'll give you a bit of a tip as well. If you go on your browser, type in neal.to/patch. Remember this link here, neal.to/patch. It will take you straight. It's like a shortcut link. Remember that. And you can see a title update notes. We're going to go over this in a second. Okay. Now, the first thing I wanted to mention is the gameplay. Now, there's a few gameplay changes. 71 depth, has it been nerfed? Yes and no. It's still effective. The top tier players will be fine because you can basically override this with manual press. In fact, let me put some gameplay in the background for you of me playing. What I got here is I've got my eye tracker as well. So a little blob moving about. Hopefully it's not too annoying. But that's my eyesight. I'm not playing live now. Of course, it's pre-recorded. But there's a few things I wanted to mention to you. Now, reduced midfield congestion. Has this made the game open in the middle? Yes, it will do for the first couple of days. As time goes on, you're going to see that people are going to be playing more narrow and more narrow width, as I mentioned in my 5-2-1-2 video. And that is why sometimes formations can change. But it might take a week or so. You know, just the average player might turn to like 30 width narrow, overload the ball side equivalent in like 2-3 weeks. The average player doesn't know how to do this just yet. So that's why there's a lot of things that's changed. So midfield congestion, in theory, it has its benefits, it's changed, but it's not completely changed as you would. Reduce sideline pressure on attackers. This I have felt, but with manual teammate contain, you can override this. So 71 depth has been nerfed a little bit, but hasn't been significantly nerfed to the point where it's useless. It's maybe 10%. It's the same with finesses. If you see finesses, they slightly reduce finesse shot. Now, what if I told you they've reduced it by 0.0001%? Now, I'm not saying they did, but what if I told you that you can write down you slightly reduced it? It's just on paper what it says. So, slightly is the accurate. If they gave us accurate, listen, you guys know me. Like, I tried to give feedback. Even I don't get accurate percentages. So, trust me, if I don't get it, there's no chance anyone's going to know. The truth is, we don't know. I think I would probably say a 10% is what I would say. That means 10%, people might think it's a lot, but think about this. For every 10 shots you now take, let's say 10 of those were a goal now, maybe 9 out of 10 are not. I mean, 9 out of 10 are goal, 1 out of 10 are not. So you're not going to notice a difference inside the game. So it's all these small things that accumulate together, should I say, with as I said, a 10% depth. You won't find that. That's why a lot of people are saying, oh yeah, the gameplay's changed. The gameplay has not changed. And I said, look guys, you have to understand, a lot of these creators as well, right? And fair play to them. For me, my average audience is 40, but a lot of these guys, they have to say things to keep the audience happy. You have to understand this. I don't blame them for doing it, because they're not going to make a living if they don't. You know, you can be like me and disagree with the community, but the difference is I have my audience disagreeing. You probably watch me because I say, I don't chat shit. I say things how it is. Pardon the French. But I build that audience that way. Not everyone can do that. You have to understand it. So please give people some slack. You know, people are just trying to make content. But yeah, there's going to be no difference in terms of pressure, okay? I've heard people saying defenders defend differently. Goalkeepers are different. Okay, maybe you can argue about ghost patches, okay? Truth is, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe deep down there is. But there's been no changes to goalkeepers. There's actually been no change at all while I just drink this. But I agree, the game is broken. And you see, what happens is sometimes when things change inside the game, or you notice stuff like this. This is an example. Okay, I agree, this is absolute garbage. I mean, it should have been caught. Maybe if the player had better handling, you can argue that could have been caught. But it should be caught always. But this would be an example of bad or broken games that would happen before or after the patch. What people do is they see the patch, they think, oh, the game has changed. This would have happened to me pre-patch, but it has happened to me post-patch. It's some sort of effect. I forgot what the scientific term for it is. But there's a lot of things, completely different game after the patch though. No difference. I just think the gameplay is affected by delay so much that the game feels slower. This is where delay really... This is why sometimes you can give a 20-0 player, if you give them a delayed connection, like, I mean, a severely delayed connection, they may not get 20-0 anymore. They may get 19 or 18 or even 17 or 16, but they're not going to fall to like 10-10. Hear me out. They might fall by 2 or 3 losses, but as I said, the game was kind of... You know, the saddest thing is this game had a lot of potential. Don't get me wrong, there was a lot of issues. You know, I made a broken video, and everything that I said in this game, in that video that I made in like the first 2 weeks, has come to fruition. Everyone's suddenly saying now, it's so funny now everyone talks about finishing, when no one talked about finishing when the game came out. But the truth is, the game actually had a lot of potential if it was used in the right ways. Don't get me wrong, there were so many things when the game came out that was wrong. But you can see, for example, like here, you can see, like, let's watch this one over here. Goalkeepers being effective, the gameplay feels sluggish, and that is it is what it is. But anyway, EAFC 24 after patch, a bad tackle. Now don't get me wrong, that is a very weird animation, but that's a tackle. And then hang on, actually no, I think the player actually got the ball, but hang on, actually looks like the player's got taken out. But anyway, this is going to happen before. You guys know about slide tackles. I've talked about slide tackles on day one. Anyway, what is the point of making this video now? What are you talking about? What is the point? The point I'm trying to say is, guys, take whatever you hear with a grain of salt, right? There is literally such a placebo effect, and there's so much misinformation in this community that at this point, I don't even trust anyone anymore, okay? There's a few people that I trust their opinions, because I didn't play this patch when it came out straight away, but I listened to people first and I trusted their opinions. Only I'm not going to name them because it's not fair, but there's a handful of people in this community that I trust, okay? But it's probably going to be someone's name that I'll miss out, okay? But take whatever you hear with a grain of salt. And I just want to say that because a lot of people are believing, it's like chemistry. Like, people think you couldn't play a play of chemistry. There's suddenly when fullbacks and centre back, when I used to use in FIFA 20, and suddenly everyone started doing it, I don't see anyone mentioning about chemistry being the most important thing. Everyone keeps saying chemistry. I understand there's chem gate and stuff like that, but you understand the point I'm trying to say. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say to you is the gameplay has not changed, okay? There's been a few things, and as I said to you, maybe indirectly of certain things like reduced midfield congestion will change, not because of how the patch has changed it, but how the average player commits to it. So let's say, for example, let's say EA bring in a patch, right? And they nerf all cutbacks down the wing. Let's just say when you have the ball from a wing position and you make a regular X or lob pass, whatever pass into the box, let's say, hypothetically speaking, the error rate now is to 99%. Let's say you now made it so useless to go down the wing. That means everyone will go into the middle, and naturally people will end up going towards and overload the ball side, or like a one depth, or 5-back formation to defend that, or like a 4-2-3-1. Now, although that's not mentioned in the pitch notes, it indirectly affects other things. So these things, they might indirectly other things, but like decrease manual. This is manual goalkeeper movement and speed. And by the way, the biggest issue inside the game is goalkeeper movement. Okay, but it's not from manual positioning. It's when the goalkeepers come out, they're so effective. And then the biggest issue, shot accuracy. Shot accuracy is the worst, if not the worst thing that I've probably seen inside any FIFA. There's a video that I made on this. I think I put my tactics video out. Of course, I'm going to type that. I'm definitely not going to be appearing on the main page. Not that big. But like some of the legends in the scene. But if I go there, God forbid, heard my own voice. Anyway, look, I'm just going to go here to like some of the comments, okay? It's just, I think there was one comment that I saw. Where was it? It was somewhere. Advanced defending isn't good anymore. Is it not working, or is it because a player is implementing it incorrectly? Now, this one is the one that I read the most. I really like this information, but I swear to God, it's crazy how out of touch you are. I think maybe this guy was frustrated anyway. The game is 100% different because of gameplay delay. Goalkeepers not be able to grab anything. Goalkeepers have not been adjusted to grab anything, by the way. Anyway, goalkeepers are OP in the right situation. I never said the OP in every situation. I said the OP when the goalkeeper comes out. But he goes, even basic goals in the box, 4v6, everything is going in. I don't know what game this player is playing, but clearly not everything is going in. I said with respect, you know, you have to understand frustration comes into play. You're probably not saying it. And I think someone kind of put it up. Someone actually said something. Where was it? Yeah, here it is. Is this one? One of these things. Anyway. Well, yeah, sorry, this one. Very diplomatic answer from Mr. Lifestyle 807. Goalkeepers are trash, but many attackers miss too many chances and they shouldn't. And I mentioned this with precision shooting. It should not be inside the game. But as I said, Trivellas, they're still effective. So it's still effective to score Trivellas outside the box as it is finesses. So what I'm trying to say is, you really gotta, this is my favorite comment by the way, these are pre-patch or post-patch. I was like, nah man, this is for FIFA 18. Yeah, he's right, this is for Fortnite. Can't even see. Anyway, the point I'm trying to say is, look guys, this is why I teach you the fundamentals, because the fundamentals will never change. There'll be a few things you can adjust. There's some notable things that have changed. For example, R1 dribbling. Has that meta been decreased? That is the meta that has completely changed, okay? Maybe R1 dribbling isn't as powerful as it was before. But to be honest, this is only really in the lower divisions. In the higher divisions, people are now defending against R1 dribbling anyway. This is the reason why I don't really teach it, because it will take you to division 4, maybe 5, abusing it. After that, you will not get through. And then a few other things are just a bit too small. But anyway, I just wanted to mention this because I thought it would be interesting to go over this. I mean, I am using precision shooting now. But I just thought I wanted to go over this, and I still play the same way. Don't forget, after every, this is why I keep my gameplay basic. There's a reason why I don't teach mechanic abusing. It's because I need to explain to the average person, okay, how can you get better? Like that was precision shooting, by the way. That's the reason why I missed that. But finish another issue. But anyway, the point I'm trying to say to you is, guys, keep it simple. Don't listen to what the community says. Don't listen to what people, everyone's got a right to have their own opinion, okay? But for example, I might have an opinion on NASA. Does it mean I'm educated in that field to make that opinion? So what I'm trying to say is just be careful and be mindful of whose advice you listen to. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. Bit of a, not a rant, but more of an information type video. Hope this kind of cleared things up with the patch. What's changed, what's here, because nothing has changed. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. I'll probably do the 5-2-1-2 video tomorrow. Don't forget Patreon. Don't want to get better Patreon? Come to my FIFA School Series Patreon. Come for new guys. Link down below in the description. Don't get back for 1 month. Refund your money. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'll catch you later. Peace.